Hi, I'm Philip Delaughter.
And I'm Crystal Delaughter. We've been married for 7 years now. We're a blended family. So we met unconventionally. We were not even living in the same state at the time. I owned a dance studio, and one of my students was kind of like, you know what? I really want you to go on this site, this dating site. And I said, absolutely not, absolutely not. And so she said, well, I dare you. And it went all the way up to a triple dog dare. And so I was just going to get on and make a quick profile really fast, do a screenshot of it, and then to prove it to her and then delete it all. But before I could finish that, I started getting a ping, and I ignored it. And then I got another ping, and I ignored it. Finally, he sent some message that I can't tell you what it said. I have no idea, but it spoke to me, and I decided to just start talking to him.
I was just about ready to give up. She finally did answer me, and I remember just talking on the phone after a series of text conversations for a little bit, and asking, hey, is it all right to call you? We called and just talked on the phone for a couple of hours that night, and I was like, wow.
I loved his heart for God and the encouragement. I didn't feel, like this was some kind of race or some kind of trying to get you tied down. He really was genuinely interested in my spiritual life as much as the rest of my life, and it was amazing to be pursued in such a godly way.
She wanted to get married in a church. Our previous marriages, that was not the case. And so for me to have our family and friends there and see her walking down the aisle, it was just such a beautiful moment. We really thought that we were prepared for when the day happened that, hey, we're just going to move in together. We're going to, kids are going to come in and things are going to work out great. We've got these resources and we've read these books, and it's just going to be the Brady Bunch, right? But the first few years were really rough on how to discipline our kids. We really, I don't know that we really talked about that one, and that's an important one to talk about.
As a blended family, I have felt like I have so little control over anything that happens. You forget about the outside aspects. It's not just our family, our circle. There are the other respective parents and the other family, and how all of these units work together. And it was very difficult working through that and learning that there are some issues that just don't have a perfect solution. And that's been where prayer's been a big deal, because it's true, I have no control. But I worship a God who has all control.
One of the things when we got married, I talked to Crystal. I said, Crystal, I feel like at work we always have to do some kind of continuing education. One of the things I want to do is do that for our marriage somehow. I want to, even if it's a weekend seminar or whatever, just have something that we do.
We knew that we wanted to bring our marriage to the next level. We didn't know what that looked like. We knew that we were having a lot of hard conversations. We were having a really hard time communicating. Yeah. We were having a hard time working together and being a team. When we started Re-Engage, we really focused on those priorities, that God comes first, then your spouse, and so on.
Not only have we made friendships that are long-lasting out of Re-Engage, but we've also just tried to be a blessing to them, and they bless us.
With Re-Engage, I learned these tools to bring that focus back in on just me and God, and really learning that God's got me, and that's where my faith is. And taking my husband off of this pedestal he was never meant to be on, and placing God where he was always meant to be. And I too don't always get it right. But now we have somewhere to go, and we have God principles to work on that. And it's been a game changer.